Yeah, hi guys, Peter back for yet another video. This is going to be another album review today. I'm going to talk about a classic album, a very well-known album, and this is for Richard. Hi Richard out there, a long-time subscriber and commenter on my channel. We do a lot back and forth. He comments on what videos he'd like to see, and we talk about things and so on and so forth. But we're going to talk about today the band The Who and their fifth studio album, Who's Next? Okay, now this is quite a famous album, as everyone knows, or well thought of album. So we'll just go through some of the, this will be a bit of an in-depth review. There's a lot of notes on this album that I've discovered online. So it'll, yeah, there's quite a few notes to get through, and we'll talk about the songs and so on and so forth, all about the album. Okay, guys, so here we go. Who's Next by The Who, released on August 2, 1971, fifth studio album. Recorded between April and June of 71. Clocks in at 43:39. Recorded at two studios in England. Recorded at Olympic and also Stargroves, which on the Rolling Stones mobile studio. Okay. Produced by The Who, associate producer Glyn Johns. He's a very well-known engineer and producer. They made prominent use of the synthesizers on this album, especially Bubba O'Reilly and Won't Get Fooled Again. So that's quite well-known fact. Cover photo shot by Ethan Russell. Now the cover is quite interesting. I love the cover. It's a great cover. It made reference to the monolith in the 1968 film 2001: A Space Odyssey. Great movie if you haven't seen it, by the way, a Stanley Kubrick movie. It has a concrete piling in on the cover, and the band standing next to it, apparently just having urinated against it. So that's the theory behind the album cover. But I love the album cover. It's a great cover. The album was an immediate success. Australia #3, US #4, UK #1. 3 times platinum in the US, by the way, 3 million copies. The single Won't Get Fooled Again, US 14, no, Australia 14, sorry, US 15, UK 9. But that was the edited version, cut way down from 8 minutes to 3 minutes something. So a very highly edited version we get from on as the single there. Okay, so that's that. Yes, this came out. We'll talk about some of the songs, and then we'll go back to a bit more information at the end, and I'll give you my favorites and what do I think of it. So 9 songs. Starts off with a Bubba O'Reilly. The synthesizers are in this. This is an awesome track, guys. Roger Daltrey does the verses. Townsend does the bridge section. Very dynamic. Great use of the synthesizer. I love the production on this album. The drum sound is great. This is a true Who classic. One of their and of course he says in the song Teenage Wasteland. Everyone knows that line, of course. Teenage Wasteland. One of the greatest Who songs. Has to be one of the greatest Who songs for me. Just a terrific song with the use of the synthesizer. The way Townsend has arranged this is quite amazing. Very talented man. Yeah, so that's that. Now, Bargain is just a straight out rock song, you would say. It's hard rocking. Daltrey does the verse and the chorus, Townsend the bridge, by my notes. I love Keith Moon again here on the drums. He's very prominent. He's very noticeable in the mix of the album. And Bargain is a great rock song. There's no question about it. It's just a great Who deep cut, if you like. But it's a wonderful track. Now we get Roger Daltrey sings the next one. This is just over 2 minutes. This is a short one, very acoustic driven. It's a lovely little track. It just flows beautifully. And I like his vocal on this, Daltrey. Love Ain't for Keeping. Another great song. And it's well sequenced, this album. It starts off with that Bubba O'Reilly with the synth, and then the rock bargain, and then a bit pulled back a bit again. See, so they're going for the acoustic, bit lighter sounding, and it's a great track nonetheless. Now, all the songs were written by Daltrey. All the songs were written by Townsend, sorry, except for My Wife, the next song, which was Entwistle. Now, there's no question the creative guy in the band is Townsend with his songwriting and arranging and so on. But Entwistle, this is a very good song. I like it. It's a fun track. The lyrics are a bit, how does I say? Yeah, it's not deep lyrically, if you know what I'm saying. It's a fun track, and it's got some brass horns in it, but all played by John apparently, and a great bass player, of course. It's a fun track. I find it catchy and fun. I just like it. It's a real good track. The song is over. It's a bit longer, 6 minutes or so. Starts off slow. It's got a bit of that light and shade where they go to heavy to quieten down. The vocals by both singers, Daltrey and Townsend, both sing on that, is wonderful and awesome track. One of my favorites. Now, it might sound like I'm packing superlatives on this album, but that's how now, by the way, guys, before I go any further, this made my top 10 albums of all time when I did that list, and I think it was number 4 or something very high up anyhow. So, yeah, so that's that. The song is over. No, I just said that. Getting in tune. Starts off slow, Daltrey vocal. Nothing wrong with the song. Really great tune. Really like it. And it's a good one. Going Mobile is a fun song. With Pete Townsend on the vocal. I love Pete's voice. Pete is a damn good singer. I'll just ask it out there, who do you favour as a vocalist? Because a lot of people love Townsend's voice. I love Townsend. I love both of them, but they're different. But I think Pete is a pretty good singer, and he does a great job on this Going Mobile. It's a fun track, really good. Behind Blue Eyes, the ballad with Daltrey, good vocal by Daltrey. Played a lot on FM radio, even here in Australia. It's been played quite a lot over the years. No less impactful though, great song. Won't Get Fooled Again, 8 minutes or so. Probably the quintessential Who song with the synths, the slowed down part in the middle, and it takes off. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. You get the lyrics are very sort of self-explanatory in that. Just read the lyrics, guys. Really, really great theme of this. It's got a great theme. It's got a great, it's just a great song. It's longer, stretched out. Probably, all in all, it's the centerpiece of the album when you look at it. And he does a great job vocal. He's a great rock vocalist, Daltrey. I find he's really up front in the recording of this and really pumps it out great. So he's a good rock singer. But there you have it. That's the album. So great album. I'm going to give this album a 10 out of 10 because it has always been up there as one of my favorite albums of all time. And so a wonderful, wonderful album. Now, favorite songs. Where do you go? I'm not going to pick a least favorite because there is none, because they're all excellent. I'll have to go Won't Get Fooled Again, Bubba O'Reilly. And if I have to pick a third, probably The Song Is Over. But you look anywhere on this, it's full of high points. There's no question about it. I'd say this album and Quadrophenia and Tommy are always thought of as the 3 genuine classic albums. But people might have another album in there. It's just personal taste, isn't it? I mean, you could have the Who Sell Out in there. You could have Who by Numbers, which is quite a bit underrated. But usually those 3 people pick one of those 3 as their favourite album. This is personally my favourite album. I think the other 2 are great concept-y sort of albums. They're double albums. They're stretched out a bit. This is very more compact. The songs are all good. It's perfectly sequenced. You got what I'm saying, guys. It's one of the great albums. It's like Back in Black Face, CDC, or Zeppelin 4, or Physical Graffiti for Led Zeppelin or something. It's one. It's that sort of impact. Now, if somebody said to me, "This is the greatest rock album ever released," I wouldn't argue with them because it is so good. It's just a time in the bottle moment, you could say, by The Who. Now, I have some more information on the album. I gave my rating 10 out of 10. The album's life started as Lifehouse Project by Pete Townshend. Now, he had this idea for the Lifehouse Project. It ended up being unfinished. It couldn't get off the ground. Science fiction rock opera, apparently. Intended to follow up Tommy. It was abandoned in favour of going with this idea of just doing this album. So that Who's Next started life as Lifehouse, and then they abandoned that idea of Lifehouse in favour of a traditional rock album, as in which came to be Who's Next. Okay, just a few more notes here, guys. The failure was, I found some notes. The failure, the Lifehouse Project, it failed because Townshend's inability to translate the ideas in his head to those around him. So what they're saying there is Townsend got it, but when he tried to tell everyone else, they didn't get it. So, and that led to apparently a nervous breakdown. Pete Townshend had a nervous breakdown because he couldn't get his ideas across to the band or producers or people around him. So it caused him to have a nervous breakdown. So then, and it became, in the end, went into Who's Next, of course. And he had a nervous breakdown because apparently he was the only one who understood the idea. So it's pretty, you can understand that. He's got this idea of a project, a rock opera, science fiction rock opera. He puts it to everyone. He's getting a lot of pushback from everyone. And he's felt he's wasted his time, and now it's got into, well, they ended up with an album after it anyhow, but you know, he sort of had a breakdown and a lot of frustration over it. Yeah, so that's a bit of extra information. I believe they put out a huge box set, deluxe box set of this album. I haven't got it myself, but they put that out a while back. For me, I have the I've got a reissued blue vinyl, and I have the normal CD with bonus tracks, one from years back. So that is a lot of information there for you guys about the album. It's a bit of an in-depth review today, and I talked about all the songs, and it is my favorite Who album, I must say. It is my favorite. Yeah, there you go. Comment, subscribe, guys, all those things. Hope you enjoy this video. Any more ideas, let me know. Because this took a bit of a while to dig up all the info on the album. Hope you enjoyed it, Richard. 10 out of 10 from me. One of the greatest albums of all time, no question about it. It's every song, you know, there's nothing weak on here. You don't have to skip any tracks. So there you go, 10 out of 10 from me. So I'll see you guys for another video. It won't be too far away. Bye for now, guys. Bye.